Hello, Aries rising. This is your new moon and Aquarius forecast. I'm Mandy Ray with Ecstatic Astrology, and I wanted to tell you about how this new moon might be affecting you and your life. So, the new moon is in your 11th house, which is future goals, large groups of people, networking. You are planting a seed there. This is a corner that you're turning, a commitment that you're making to this area. But we are moving away from, and this is where it could be uncomfortable, the South Node in Scorpio, which is your eighth house of shared resources, contracts, how you share yourself with others. So you could be moving away from a relationship in which you maybe gave too much or didn't get enough, or maybe a contract that's not working anymore. Perhaps trauma is another Scorpio eighth house thing. Basically, this is you digging yourself out of the mud and preparing for your future and actually planning for what you want in the future. Now, the North Node and Uranus in Taurus is where you're heading, and this new moon helps you get there. That is your second house of finances, greater self-worth, changing values. So maybe how you've changed what you value. Is it money? Is it time? The fact that you are worth more. The good news is the new moon is sextile to Jupiter, which is in your first house of identity and self. So you may be exploring your own identity, your own independence, your own autonomy, and that is actually giving you a boost for the 11th house networking and future goals, the commitments you're making there. Now, one other thing, Mars is direct finally in your third house of decision making communication, and that is also supporting you in this new moon. The sun will eventually trine Mars, which is like, hey, let's get going, let's move every day on our goals. Maybe we're communicating with our local community. The third house really does have to do with your local sphere, so there's a lot of action there as well. It could just be mental energy that you have to put towards these new goals, this commitment that you're making, ultimately, so that you will have maybe a bigger bank account, maybe being paid more, maybe more time, if that's what your values are, a greater sense of comfort and self-worth. But the commitment needs to be made towards your future, where you're going to be, maybe the people that you're involved with, the large groups of people. All of that can factor in. But it is you putting yourself out there. And it builds up to the full moon on February 5th, where you will have a chance to show your heart and your creativity to others. But this commitment is to your future right now. All right, Aries rising, I hope that this new moon phase really is good for you and that you're able to plant the seeds for your future self that you really want. I'll see you on the flip side.